Oh, it's spinning for such a long time. I didn't know how long is 17 seconds. Oh, living end. We're all living end. We're playing living end. Thank you for participating in the lottery. I'm really happy that you did. Living end. Now we have 8 minutes to build living end. Alright, that's not gonna get drawn. Oh yeah, living in my opening end. Awesome. We're gonna mulligan this because of that, and we're gonna keep this. Even though the Seroton is a little bit of pizza. Look like the forest against the Lurrus black-green deck. If we know what Tarasik is playing. Is it usual for locker rooms to have high-speed internet where you live? No. Also, chat, we have a new emote. You haven't noticed yet. It's exactly the one we're posting. In honor of the faithless looting card. I guess printed in the new set. Well, it's one of the two. I guess he also knows my top deck with the Mishas Babiola. Have we seen all the Japanese artworks? Have we seen the Japanese faithless looting artwork? Does it look good? Probably something to do with your channel points. If you'd like to order your channel points further, you can unlock your emotes. You can unlock your emotes by subscribing with Twitch Prime. Then you get to order the points for no cost, whatever. I'm gonna take a look at the list of archives after this round because I am not super familiar with. I'm not super familiar with all of them yet, and I'm not sure what the cards are gonna be legal in history thanks to that, so I will take a look. Mogoyf. Oh, Hans, run. It's the Larmogoyf. No, fuck. Throwing an island's the worst thing that can happen to a human. So just getting a Celadon seems way too weak. Probably gonna end up bouncing the Goyf before it gets replayed. Maybe you should play white, but then I will need to shock and I don't want to shock. Except waterboarding, yeah. True. When I think of faithless looting, the first thing that comes to my mind is a red Cheel dress. A stylized Sith Emperor hood superimposed. Save life. I'm not sure if that's good, but I don't want to cast it yet with this, as I said. What's not to like? Yeah, so true. Okay, well this is risky to hold on to it. Killing 2 creatures is not too bad, and a 6/4 is kinda hard to kill. You can just maybe play this and next turn play the Curator. Curator dies to a push, maybe have your Curator this. Or we can keep cycling, be super weak to a discard spell. I think I would prefer to play the Cascade. Draw more Cascades throughout the game, like, plus those will return at some point, but seems like good enough. It's also attacks for 7. Might not even have a way to kill this, so then he's gonna need to jump out the Celadon. Flyers help too. I like the original Faithless Looting flavor text because it says, quick, Avasan abandon us, take all you can take. And they're really faithless in their looting, so the card makes perfect. It all combines into a single image. The new one, it also does combines into something, but I'm not sure into what. Barata are about to earn its stripes. Yeah, if I understand you correctly. Yeah. Faithless Looting card is like when you try to cast Faithless Looting, but it's felt like it's Awakening. It sounds brutal. I think my opponent. So you're thinking really hard about their play. Or his play, or he's not, and he just is shocked by the powerfulness of my play. Could be both. I'm nerf on Goif. Alright, so if I get double block, it's fine, right? You could both cycle and play a Brazen Borrower, or you could play a 4-4, which I don't know if it's majorly better. It's 10 damage total together. Does this deck one graveyard hate, so living against always one-sided? No, I mean, basically you can only play Leyland Void and Fey Macabre. I think we'd rather cycle. Just then if I cycle a few times, I'm gonna cost those turns, it's just good for me to living in again. Suction. 5-5 I could get into a dive with Bob, so could a Brazen Borrower, yeah. Also have a Celadon to attack with, because I'm not forced to attack. Thank you for your Encore subscription, Macwin Sauce. Thank you for, very appreciate your support. I don't know. Didn't do anything. It's not gonna kill this, so this can attack, right? It's not a land in the graveyard, so the Goif will actually trade with this. Best possible matchup? I don't know if it's the best possible matchup. TBH. Might have a push now too, I guess, which could push this. That's interesting. Okay, we're gonna not enable push. We're gonna bounce this instead. For instance, then he might not have a revolt source. We like for 7 anyways. Can kill himself with the Dark Confidence, not in 1 turn but in 2. Nile Spell Bomb, right on time. Nile Flip Stats. Igor is playing the Lurrus version, so he couldn't kill himself with the Dark Confidence this turn. Now the Brazen Borrower alone is deadly, so... What can I draw actually? Probably shouldn't have cycled that. The flyer is probably better. Now we push check. Yeah, probably shouldn't have cycled the creative, have more flyers. Anyway, my opponent is likely to die to the Confidant now. Just need to like not die to the Brazen Borrower, so it needs to fire up the... Okay. Maelstrom Pulse. So they actually could have died on the last turn because they have 3 mana cards in the end of the deck. I'm gonna be on a draw, but I don't think I want Crimson Caverns. That's 3. And it's gonna have plenty of Nile spell bombs, against which I guess it does make sense to have Finger Chewers. Probably can cut Forces, right? We're gonna have the Chewers instead of Forces. And you can force a Nile spell bomb too, but kinda not great against this deck. Is that wrong? A better card than Bone Crusher? Unclear, but it costs 1 mana, which is half the Bone Crusher mana. And 20 lands. Just against Field of Ruin? I guess yes, for Field of Ruin. Yeah, okay, let's do that. 20 land and Finger Chewers and the Forces. We don't even need to put the Crimson Covers into play. That gun looks poor to me. I think I'm more likely to die to Nile Spellbomb than to, I don't know, Dark Confident. Tarmogoyf. I guess you can bounce Tarmogoyf with that gun. That is a legal move. Ingo Chura has such a cute art, thanks. You also have a cute art. Adding a land the draw like a champ. Champignon. So you just a pauper deck with instant deck instead of Exhume. Okay. Keep this. Relaxag. What the hell? Nice move to 5. I didn't move to 5. It's possible that this would like to get a Sacred Foundry if we draw an island, so let's retrieve. You did? I kept 7 cards. What do we do against Nile Spellbomb? How do we beat this? I don't want to lose too much life. I'm gonna fetch tapped once. I'll just say multiply against your discard deck. I think Sodek is just trying to be overly smart. What he means is that 2 of them are dead cards, which is not true, yeah. That's it. I agree, that's not true. Breeding Pool can get paired with Sacred Foundry. Oh, Street Life Scared, we're gonna keep it if we can. I mean, I guess we can try to bounce the Spellbomb end of turn. Let's see. Guess not anymore. Sure. Need a force to win this probably. I bought it out forces. Therefore, it is kinda rough if I need a force to win. Also, I don't know if I need a force. I just can cast it and play it twice. Now the forces you say move to 4. Yeah, true. I mean, I tried the living end, which is really bad. Took the outburst. What? How is that your choice? Interesting. In that case, I'll cycle this. The intention of fuck. Building an extra land. Alright, since we need to hit the land, I guess like we can hit our cycler, so that's the reason to do it now. Because we need to hit the extra land, I think. That's the best value. Sacred Foundry. Probably could get a blue one, I guess, since I do the mana confluence. Minus Simians in your deck, cards banned. I guess now I can't win with the living ends in my hand. I haven't thought of that. Well, so maybe I misplayed it after cycling with the second lane, because maybe I was supposed to wait. Because I need a big living end to win. So actually I'm supposed to wait. I think I made a mistake. I'm supposed now to Prescient Borrower the Neon Spellbomb end of turn. Then cycle. Then untap, then cycle again, then play Ardent Player, and then we get a Borrower, Curator, and another Cycler. So I need to bounce on the end step. Yeah, I feel like I need the lands, but then I didn't realize. Well, I drew the second living end, which kind of messed with my plan, because with the extra living end in my deck, my play would have been fine. Maximizing for drawing land would have been fine. The sack spell on the response, you don't have Borrower, right? I do, it's in my graveyard, which is actually better. Maybe I need to bounce the Goyf now. If I bounce the spell, it doesn't do anything. That's pretty hard, but also like drawing the second living end really messes it up. I forgot this thing happens with this deck. Are you gonna need to hardcast monsters this game? Sketchy. So now I'm keeping the Curator because I need to hardcast it. Wait, no, shit, that's bad. No, that's bad. Yeah, you could have just cycled the Curator. Oh, that would have been easier than casting it the next turn. Oh. After the bomb is cracked. How do you win with creatures being hardcast? Now. Could have used the Curator for 1 mana right now, but I'm gonna spend 4 mana on the next turn. Which is pretty awkward, I agree. Not used to this deck. Definitely, I'm gonna have the Chewers. So when I played this deck, I think I had 3 Spellbombs, or 4 Spellbombs even, a lot of them. Perfect Mishra's bubble timing, impressive. Alright, I'm not gonna raise the guys. This guy seems like an actually very bad land because it doesn't even produce the colors of mana that are necessary, which is colored mana if I want to play. And that could have been played better, but also it's pretty hard to overcome drawing living ends for this deck. Why play 3 living ends? Isn't that 1 too much? You draw a living end and you only have one living end in your deck, and sometimes you have to fight through counters, sometimes you have to do it multiple times. Plus, as Hulk is a sick card, it has a nice synergy with Ingot Chewer. ETB, this target artifact. Artifact creature. Just don't draw it, yeah. Also, you know, your deck is all cyclist, so you end up drawing your cards too. In fact, like, you probably would be closer to playing 4 living ends than... Well, that's a good end. That's a mulligan to 7 this time, so deck. We consider playing Urine Living End in order to play 4 copies of Living Ends. Pretty sure it's not very good, but Travis Wu used to do it. I think Travis Wu used to do it when Urine was not a thing, right? It's possible. And then you need to play 5 cold mana base to play enough cascades, probably. Travis Wu is not a great role model. Why? Magic the Gathering wise? I remember when Travis Wu hadn't, like, still posting on Charm Fireball, and he had a series of articles about some stupid mana dork from Origins and how good it was. Like a fake Noble Hierarch in Origins. I don't remember the name of that card, but there was a lot of articles written about that card by him. Your mana seems so bad in that case, right? Yeah, it's not that great to try to support all the cascade spells. Please stop. Renowned Dark, yeah, that's the exact that card. Let's keep this in my hand because it's better, I guess. We should have cycled the Hulk. Because I'm trying to draw. We should have cycled this first for... I don't know, do we cycle the Street Drive? Like, Street Drive is actually fine to play through the Nihil Spellbomb. You can force a Nihil Spellbomb. So if we're not gonna use it to search for the Ingot Chewer, I play Tarmogoyf, says opponent. I say, okay, don't cycle an extra card. What is my next step? Do I want to play a plea? It forces a Spellbomb crack. Can I get a Street Rave? It probably forces a Spellbomb crack without the extra cycler though. Probably strong enough board. Does it? Probably does. But then I'm saying Cyclash for the second living end, which does make sense. So the bomb is gonna be cracked and we're gonna have one Street Rave. We can get more Street Raves. We can get the Artifact Destroyer. A Street Rave is really strong against my opponent's deck. It's gonna be Exiled Street Rave too. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna just do this. If I get lucky enough to draw more Street Raves, I will. Because ardent player of the game, you could say. Now I have to be careful not to cycle in response to the Nihil Spellbomb activation, because that would be a really silly thing to do. Now you get Ingot Chewer. That's fine, like if you get another Spellbomb, it's okay. Like we still have a commanding board position here. You can just cast the Curator. Which I guess was a reason to cycle the Riverwinder first. Because Curators are castable and Riverwinder is not really. Let's look at an option to keep cycling and then living in again on the next one for a huge board. With 2 please, I think I'd rather spend a turn cycling. Although it is pretty attractive to play the Curator too. Is it? Can I die to the Hexdrinker? Can I get Fatally Push? That's just such a low odds that he has a Fatal Push. The 7 and 7 with the Curator. Kinda don't like Shocking, but I will. Green Pool, Hallowed Fountain. White. Fatal Push. That's okay. Fatal Push alone. You have to face that push anyway if you're casting play this game. But if I have an overwhelming board, then like one Fatal Push doesn't solve anything. And a push is pretty okay here when it clears the Curator. Level up, okay. Level up, okay. Fetch, okay. Swamp, okay. Level up, okay. Push a Curator, okay. How will we start my life? We probably want to ardently play here. I mean, I probably tap this, cycle this. I'm gonna say 5-6. Gonna remain a 5-6. Inspiring advantage. Deck for 4 first. Obviously, I will. Chat. I guess it's not that obvious. Like, I frequently forget this type of stuff, but I did not forget it this time. We have a fair living hand if push comes to shove. The fast land is really shining here. The thing is that we need to double block the guy for those, but then we can play again. Pretty weird, I guess. If we had an extra Celadon here, it would be pretty attractive. Maybe Celadon was better than this because Celadon trades with the Goif itself, doesn't need double blocking, which can be blowout. Also, it's not that much of a blowout. You can not block in the next turn cast plea, but not end and have 7 power flying, that's true. Is there a way for my opponent to put an extra type in their graveyard? Not quite. It's no Planeswalker and there's no Tribal. There's 1 type remaining, enchantment, and there's probably no enchantment that can... Well, if my opponent decays my plea, then I can die. If my opponent has decay in their deck, which is kind of doubtful post-spot. And if we double block, then we also kill them. I think we should block to avoid that thing where we would die to a stupid thing. Yeah, Assassin's Trophy, that's a good one. As like buttocks trophy, funny name. Pretty sure he doesn't play this member, so I don't think anything bad can happen if I play this. I just got a victory royale, a victory royale. Exalted lethal. Yeah, you can say exactly lethal too. Oh, I think he's tried to make that joke, so very good joke. This new emote is LOL. I assume that's good. Who made this emote? Pirkshis. Wow, we went the last match. I wanted to pee. Maybe it was Pirkshis. Maybe it was somebody else. New card, kanister, Ifrit Shaman. Oh, I didn't see it. Spoiler. I'll keep. I have a lot of cyclers, and from what we played for this deck so far, it's good to have a lot of cyclers, and also my opponent's playing Tron, so this is very good. Novel Cycle is actually nice for Winota. What format are you talking about? Synergy Goldfish? Send me a link. Oh, standard, that's true. I'm glad that Legends seem to be standard part of the thing, didn't want those moving on to other formats. Why? They absolutely not like Companion, no. Ifrit, Flame Painter. 1 mana, 1 for double strike. When it deals command damage to a player, you may cast against a third card. Well, this is not really like it casts 2 spells, right? If it connects. I would not say it's all that close to Dread Arcanist. Also harder to do. Probably should have fetched this first because I don't know which lands do I want to get. I'll get a Hallowed Fountain and then I'm gonna draw the wrong lands and I'm not gonna get what I need. Oh yeah, Living End, love that shit. Maybe a red land is better, but like a Confluence fixes most things. I really want to force this. Twitch chat. After this phone call, which caught me a bit off guard, I would terribly like to announce that you can use Twitch Prime to subscribe to my channel at no cost for yourself, supporting my stream. Checkmate nerds. When goes to 4, so the brazen borrower kills them, but not quite. Do you feel like you play better when you're in Mango's bedroom? No. Okay, so in what scenarios will I be casting the brazen borrower? They ulamog me, and I won't. I probably should cycle. Wow, Jesus Christ. To hit an extra, like to hit on the land, you can cycle one more. Because we're looking for a force against Oblivion Stone. It doesn't really help. Well, yeah, it doesn't really help. It does actually like help more against Womb Call. So. Hello Piotr, hello Immat Slovin. 9 mana, 7 mana. All is dust! Yes, now I wish I could have kept the Outburst kinda. The 2 looks. Slim kinda stinks. I think it might not be supposed to be in a deck. I watched Shodek in the morning for a bit and like he threw this in his hand and I was also saying the same thing that this Slim kinda stinks and then he said, oh but it's well this is not top lead, it's taps for untaps. I said yeah sure. For sure you're right. And I played as fashion as it was from the challenge. But I don't like the force your cyclers, I guess. Maybe borrower. I'm gonna excel one borrower to the force probably. I think both lands and any non-lands. I don't think we force him up. Do we force him up? Maybe we force him up. Yeah, do we force him up? I guess like it's kinda let's try forcing him up because you could have seen the guy before deciding. But some of their threats are the Wimpel engines which are hard to beat. Cycle to see if you get Cheel. Yeah, that would have been better. Hello Kankis is deck busted. Obviously it's the best deck that has ever walked the surface of Earth. Cycle the Riverwind there because Flyer is gonna be more valuable later. Awesome. And let's hope that my opponent does not be natural Tron anyways, besides like just having the map and Tron. Do you handle spicy foods well? We don't know yet if I handle the spicy food well. For the hearts, entering hearts and exit. Okay. How many subs are you at now? 206 sub points. It doesn't say like it doesn't say so because there's no space for that. If I put it over the bar, then there's no way to. There's no option to outline the text to make it visible on a black background or a white background. Oh, the lockers in the background. Yeah, me too. They didn't even play the map. They're afraid of Ingo Chewer chewing. Now it's kind of random which one I fetch. It's better to fetch this because I have the inspiring vantage. Probably. Are you winning some? Depends on your definition of winning. I don't think we're winning yet. Let's have the botanical sanctum, right? Yeah, I think you're actually right. Then I have 2 botanical sanctums. Yeah, so it was actually better to fetch the other one because of that. Which had always keeping up with everything. Outplayed, yeah, that was pretty smart on my opponent's part if they didn't have. Well, they wouldn't spend their Tron mana effectively anyways. We took out the Hulks, right? Yeah, I did. Oh, I get a target. I should have cycled so they don't know that I don't want to force it. I mean, it's kind of weird to do because if we draw a living end source, then we can just do that. I'm gonna throw another living end. Okay, that's good. So let's just cast it now to chew my opponent's ingot. They probably have a reason to play Sorcerer Speed though, but I have 2 in my hand, so it's not like I can really play around that. All is dust. Sacrifice. No, Eugene. Yeah, I guess that's a reason. I could have waited, maybe. Ingot chewed the Oblivion Stone. Maybe that would be better. Can you do something about the living ends in our hands? No. Let's say 1 black source. But there's a bunch of stuff that my opponent can do, like they can destroy my lands, etc. So waiting is not really beneficial, so I think I like my play. Playing again without full intermage feels weird. Doesn't feel weird anymore if you move past your 2012 mindset. Or just moving on and living it has to catch up. Or it's gonna be left behind. TPF, the 2012 mindset will be very helpful right now. That's true, I would actually like full nitrous in my deck. I want 10 power with a force. I think so. Then power is 2 attacks, so we don't play a relic on this turn. We're in a nice spot. If we play a relic, then I'm not sure it would help, but it's still pretty bad. But I can force a relic. I also need to have Tron. Ooh, awesome. Oh, they have a warping well. I usually wait that. Actually, would have been very good against Worm Call. Yeah, I probably should have waited till then, but there's like no reason to do it right now. Are you supposed to cascade and cycle Ref? Yeah, in theory, I guess. You would play against Tron all day long. You think your matchup against Tron is good? Honestly, it might be. Somewhat, I don't know. Why are we doing this in upkeep? Because I kept thinking about what if they had double warping well instead of thinking of realistic cards like Wormcoil Engine. I think we can let Karn resolve. I think it's probably better to let it resolve. But against Karen it was also worse, like the way I did it, because they get to examine monster. Which plays in Barwell Hot Hellcat's Form, but then I'm afraid of Wormcoil Engine. Also my point, just having 3 Tron lands after I destroyed their map. Come on. I guess it's pretty slow now, because I send one here, I go to 6, and this is a 10 clock still, but they have 3 forces. So maybe it's still awkward, but we really rough if they play in Ulamog. I probably let my opponent, like if my opponent wins this game, it's only because I let them with this upkeep violent outburst instead of instead of anything else. But I wouldn't want to spend a force on the Karn. Then I either have a hardcast force for the next thing, or I have a resistant borrower for the Wormcall, but I still get hit. Don't Ulamog me, bro. If I can call you a broski. You Ulamog me, we ain't bros. Yeah. Hey broski, please do not Ulamogovski. They play Ulamog though, I guess we bounce the Ulamog. Probably the best. Because then we beat even like it's fine if I point cast Ulamog again next turn. And we have a force. It's better to play a 3-1 flyer. Why? Because then I'm weak against another Ulamog, and I'm not weak against another Ulamog if I theft it. Because the borrower deal the less damage over the Ulamog, so the Ulamog is not a good play from my point now, and it would have been if I would have just cast the borrower. Well, this is tapped. We also got a force well. But yeah. Elementals are ideas given form. This one is the idea of smashitude. Smashitude. The reward. When I Google smashitude, I get results. Hashtag smashitude and hashtag on Twitter. Ingo Chuer dual decks anthology J versus Chandra and smashitude rule 44 Pahel. I don't know what's Pahel, but rule 44 means animated porn, I think.